Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to the Busy Moms Wellness Show. This is a place where we share strategies and tips for personal growth and a healthy you. So, today we've been looking at personal growth and self care for moms. Even if you're not mom yet and you're in the preconceptive stage, take these steps and the tips so that when the time comes, you're not busy looking around. All right. So kindly request give permission to StreamYard so that I will be able to see your comments. So today we're looking at identifying personal goals and passions. So I'm just going to pose you some questions. So this is going to be a reflective exercise. Some questions. Think about it. All right. If you want to make a note of it. So it's a reflective exercise. So you're going to take a moment and reflect on the following questions that I'm going to pose. So the first one is rediscovering past interests. So think about the time before you became a mom, what you really, really loved doing, or what you really wanted to do. Did you enjoy painting? Was it gardening? Was it having a host of, pets being looked after? Was it dancing? What is it? What did you really, at the core of your heart, wanted to do as part of your passion, as part of your values? What did you really wanted to do? So go back, note it, just reflect. All right. How were these activities bringing you joy? And how can these be reintegrated into your life right now? So the second question would be exploring new interests. So considering any interest that you've come across or anything that you've identified that you're interested in or skills you've wanted to explore. Have you ever thought about learning a new language, taking up photography, or even gardening? Listen, there's so many women that or moms that would do certain things that I come across and I'm like, my goodness, you're blessed, you've got this talent. But then they're not utilizing it because they think that they're busy, in full time work. They think that because of the children, I really want them to finish education, university. But listen, whilst the kids are growing up, you are also growing up as well. I'm not saying that you wouldn't be able to achieve anything in your 75s when you're 75. But what I'm saying is, if you have any passion or any interest, what you're going to be doing is now. There is no time to waste. You're not going to be waiting along for the kids. Because I always talk about my vision for the world. It's where busy moms put their wellness first so that they can live their best lives now and role model to their children. So you don't want your kids to know that or to see you literally living their life, but they want to see you living your life as well whilst you're following your interest and your passions so that they learn. They don't want to feel like, oh, well, mommy had to wait on her passions, on her goals for us to finish this before she actually went back and started doing what she really wanted. We don't want that. We wanted a generation where they do understand and believe that you need to work on your interest and on your passions as well. And then the third question is balancing interests with motherhood. How can your interests be aligned with or complement your role as a mom? Okay, so your interests, you've identified them, they bring you joy. What do they bring you? They bring you joy. But how are you going to align them? Or how can they complement with you being a mom right now? All right. For example, if you love reading, consider joining or forming a book club. I know myself, I'm not a very, very great reader. I start off really well, but I've joined a book club because that it's an interest that I'm into, but I want to be in the midst of individuals where they enjoy reading, and then they will have that discussion. Even if I read it and I didn't get the nitty-gritty out of it, someone sharing their experience, I will learn from it. So those are the questions that I wanted to pose, looking at identifying your personal goals and passions. But how are you going to set up, achievable goals? And we talk about SMART. So when we talk about SMART, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be very specific with what your goals are going to be, what you want your goals to be, and how you're going to achieve them. You are going to be specific in identifying um, uh, what you want to achieve at the end. So rather than saying, I am going to, for instance, read, or I want to read more, you're just going to break it down. Be like, I'm going to read a book, one book per month, or one book per quarterly, whatever you're able to do. That is very specific, rather than being, I want to read more, or I want to drink more water, I want to hydrate more. That is not specific. What you're going to be doing is you want to increase the intake of your water by, 2 liters per day. So how many cups is that going to be? So if it's a 250 ml cup or 500 ml bottle, then you know there's going to be 4. And at what times during the day are you going to be intentionally drinking? Okay. It's going to be measurable. So you're going to be measuring it. You're looking at the progress. So we look at you measuring it. It's you deciding how many times per week or per month you are going to be looking at how many times per week or per month you're going to be doing that specific goal. Also, being achieving it, you're going to be realistic. Listen, there's so many people setting goals and then thinking that it's quite huge, and when you look at it, it's very difficult to achieve it, even though the goal looks straightforward, simple, but it's difficult for you to achieve it. So you need to literally just break it down. Okay. So be realistic. It's progress. It's not perfection. You're not in a race with anybody. It's progress. It's not perfection. Is that goal going to be relevant for you? What is the relevance of that goal in your life? The relevance of that goal that you choose that truly matters to you and aligns with your values. So you're not just going to be choosing any goal because you've seen a friend of yours doing something that you really want to do, but that doesn't sit well within your values. But because you've heard that, oh, it's really great, it puts you on a pedestal to achieve this, or it makes a lot of money, you literally just get into it to get it done, but it doesn't align with your values. You don't have any passion towards that. So you need to make sure that your goals align with your passions and then your values as well. So make sure that it's relevant. You're going to be visualizing these goals. Some people will do, vision boards. I've gone through vision boards, journaling as a reminder of your goals. How are you going to be working towards achieving the goals that you've set for yourself? Or is there a diary that you're just going to be the first page of the diary, you're just going to be noting your goals there. So as soon as you wake up, you've done your morning devotion, you've read your Bible, journaling, you open the first page, your goals are there. You go on to journal, you pray. You need to have regularity in reviewing those goals. Okay. So setting a time aside. So depending on how big or how small the goal is, it will depend on the time that you're going to be setting aside. So is it going to be once a week? Is it going to be a daily? Is it going to be once a month or once quarterly? So you need to have regular reviews of your goals. But I think the takeaway is it's a progress. It's not perfection. You're not in a race with anybody. So you need to get your goals, make sure that they're smart and make sure that they're aligned with your passions. Make sure that they're aligned um, with your values. You're not going to just literally think that anything that doesn't align with your values or even your passion, you're just going to be jumping on and doing. And then later on, you realize that you've wasted time, you've wasted resources, and you haven't got the joy that you were expecting from it. So that's what you're going to be looking at. So I have decided to be doing a monthly masterclass where I will bring in you every month. It will be on a different topic. So as you know, I'm a certified wellness coach and a midwife, over 15 years experience. The masterclasses will be looking at entities in the basis of, preconception care, pregnancy, and then postpartum mental well-being, and then also looking at how to be well in yourself, self-care as well, and achieving your personal goals and things. So I will be doing monthly masterclasses. So you need to be looking out onto my social media handle so that you'll be able to register to attend these masterclasses. All right. These are free. You will need to get registered to attend. So what these masterclasses, as I said, would be looking into, wellness, mental well-being, looking after yourself, looking after the baby, being in a safer environment, tips and strategies for a healthier, better you. If you've been doing things a certain way that doesn't, you think that it's not working for you, make sure that what you're going to be doing is tuning into my free masterclasses so that you'll be able to take tips away. And listen, don't keep it to yourself. Just share with the people in your circle. Make sure that they are taking advantage of this. Make sure that they're taking the tips away. If it's not for you or if it's not for them, it's a no for now. That is great. But look out for those links so that you'll be able to sign up. So the next one that's coming up will be on the 24th of February, which will be looking at the, 5 things that mothers need to know and do to recover post-body recovery. So I know some of you might have, your youngest child might be like 10 years old, but you still haven't recovered from the body, the pregnancy that you're in, and all those things. So we're just going to be sharing tips and strategies for you to be able to do that. Individuals or mothers that are in the 28-day postpartum period, you also take certain things away. And then also, even if you're not pregnant, then you're planning to, you're going through the preconceptive stage and everything, come along and listen and take those tips. They're really, really simple, and it's going to be consistent. So if it's going to be on a monthly basis and you're there every month, you're taking something away. So by the time that you need that information, it's not going to be very difficult, because when you take information, you need to digest it. You need to make sure you take it along to tailor the needs for your life and then your child's life. So it will be great for you to understand and know to get those things done. All right. So by understanding the importance of personal growth and self-care, and by setting these personal goals and making sure that your passions and values align with the goals, you are taking vital steps towards a healthier, happy you. Also being a, happy mom, a fulfilled individual. So do stay tuned and make sure that you're kind to yourself as you navigate this path into motherhood, as you navigate this path into after motherhood, like after pregnancy, I have to say. Be kind to yourself and make sure that everything that you're doing creates positivity into your life. Everything that you do is going to give you something of benefit for you, your children, and your family, and then the wider community as well. All right. So enjoy your day, and I will see you again tomorrow.